So greetings once again, and we are back in Pennsylvania. Just past Saturday we were down in West Virginia again for the day. My friend Todd and his son Braden. We're back in Pennsylvania. It's Monday morning, August 4th. We're back on the Delaware Canal. I almost call it something else. But yeah, we're finishing it out today. I parked here at the Wahituck Park here in Northampton County. Right up there is Route 611. This is where we ended in the last video. Yeah, so there's parking right there. Like I said, right there is Route 611. And in the last video, I took a break right there before heading back. And this is a stop gate down here. I think in that last video, I thought this looks like one of those stop gates, and it is. Because we've talked about those a number of times. I've only found them here on the Delaware Canal. I haven't seen them on the Union Canal. Although I think we may have found one on the all the geese on the Susquehanna Tidewater Canal. A bunch of geese down there. Oh, there goes one of those green herons. Oh, we're gonna be able to zoom on that. Is that you right there? Yeah, that's a green heron. Oh, there it goes. But back to history. Yes, this right here is a stop gate. You can see the mechanisms here. I think it's all overgrown, but yeah, so there would be we can kind of see the gate right there would close shut and close this just to control water flow. Down there's the Delaware River. But not too long ago we kayaked to a section of the Susquehanna Tidewater Canal where I wanted to film those ruins of the aqueduct. We found some other things there. I'm not quite sure what they were. But in that video I think we found a stop gate. We hiked up the towpath a little bit, and there was like looks like a mini lock, but just had one gate. And that's what those are, the stop gates. Alright, yeah. A lot of things to talk about in this video. Yeah, this is our last episode of the Delaware Canal. So, kind of cool to complete it, but kind of sad too to be done with it. I know I've talked about starting a new one. We'll talk about that as well. And some of you guessed, or tried to guess which one I would start. I don't think anybody guessed the one I was thinking of, but I'm actually looking at starting two, because I'm currently working on two, so why not work on another two, because we're going to be done with the Susquehanna Tidewater Canal soon as well. But let's get to walking and to exploring. We got some water in the canal up this way. It's nice. About 2.4 miles today to our destination. Of course, we got to come back then. So just be under 5 miles altogether. You might already be able to hear it, but we're gonna be, yeah, I can already see the traffic up there. We're gonna be going under Interstate 78 here in a bit. We're gonna have that dull roar of the traffic. Yeah, to quick go back and get my phone, which I had left in the Jeep. Let's check this out over here. Just saw a little cross over here. Sign. Probably someone's pet, maybe? A little picture there of a dog, so maybe someone's pet lies here. Yeah, I just felt like something was missing, so I patted down my pocket and I had my phone, which isn't the end of the world. Don't have to have the phone on this trip, but leaving it on the front seat of your vehicle for people to see only kind of encourages someone to potentially break into your vehicle too, so I don't want that. We had just started, so I went back and got it. But yeah, you've got lots of water in the canal here. Maybe you can see the interstate up there now. Yeah, but these are overflow areas right here. We saw one of these in the last video. It's just a spot where if there is flooding in the canal, it can overflow here. And the concrete keeps the towpath from actually being washed away. And you have like a rocky spillway here. Which, who knows, maybe there was some damage here in the past too. But they just made this all concrete. Yeah, right there is the Delaware River then too. Oh, those beautiful flowers. Oh, there goes another one of those green herons. You can see it flying off. Just landing up there. Might be the same one. He's probably mad at me. Yeah, it's super. It's larger here, wider than it has been. And this right here is Joe Pye weed, it's called. A lot of times it's just full of butterflies. It can grow pretty tall. I mean, this is probably about as tall as me. It's just down in this ditch a little further. I've seen some stonework over there across the canal. We're still just approaching the interstate there. Let me zoom in. See, there's some stonework back there. Almost like a wall. And it picks up again. So I'm not sure what that is. Might be canal related, but if anybody knows, they can say something in the comment section. We're getting noisy up here. Got some more of those, what I believe are wood ducks. And in the last episode, we saw quite a few of these. They're the immature ones, so sometimes they're a little bit harder to identify when they're juveniles, but I'm pretty sure those are wood ducks. Or that one, no, I don't know about that one right there. No, I don't think these are wood ducks. These look like mallards. But maybe I'll change my mind again when I get home. You know, I say it a number of times, but it's difficult sometimes. You know, I'm just looking at a little small camera. When I zoom in, it's just a small little camera screen I'm looking at. Sometimes when I get home and look at my computer, it's a little bit clear to see what they are. But those look like young mallards. And here's what's making all the noise. This is the I-78 bridge. It takes you to New Jersey across the Delaware. Yeah, so in several previous episodes here, I asked you guys to guess which canal I plan on doing next. And some of the guesses were the Lehigh Canal, which actually connects to the Delaware Canal up here in Easton. Some of you suggested the Schuylkill Canal. I forget if there's any other. I think those are the two main guesses that people said. But, although I do plan on doing the Lehigh Canal, I'll get to that in a moment. and the Schuylkill Canal too. But the one that I was thinking about, the one that's on my mind right now, is the C&O Canal down in Maryland. So, that's a long one. That's like 184 miles long, I think. I think it's that long. It's a long one, regardless. But there's a ton of history along that canal, and so many things, other things I can film down there. That one's gonna take me a long time. multiple years to finish that one, but that's the one that's on my mind. And the C&O Canal is a lot like the Delaware Canal here in that it's all accessible. The towpath trail is there for you to walk on, hike on, bike on, kind of like this. And all the infrastructure of the canal is still there for you to see. So it's kind of like the Delaware Canal has been. I don't think I see a bird up there. I think I do. Hold on a second. Let me try and zoom. I think I see something across the way. That was right. It looks like a great blue heron. Might be a younger one though. Just chilling out there. But as I mentioned earlier, I am currently doing a 2 canal series right now, although this one's ending. the Delaware Canal. I'm also working on the Susquehanna and Tidewater Canal. They're very different. As you point out, the Delaware Canal is very accessible. Towpath, you can walk the length of it. Whereas the Susquehanna Tidewater was, well, that series is pretty iffy. Not much left at all. A lot of it's been destroyed. Difficult to access. Kind of like the Union Canal was. There's not much left of the Union Canal. So I might try and find another canal series to start too. And that I'm thinking about doing the Lehigh Canal because it's kind of an extension of the Delaware Canal here. So it kind of makes sense just to pick that one up too. But I think a lot of that one is also accessible. I think there's the towpath trail is for most of it, I think. I haven't really looked at that one much. Been kind of looking at the C&O Canal. Yeah, the Schuylkill Canal is on my mind too. That one's closest to where I live, but we'll pick that one up eventually. But for now, like I said, I'm going to do that C&O Canal, and then maybe we'll pick up the Lehigh Canal at some point here too. Have, two different series going on at the same time. Just gives me places to go and content to film if I have two. Could do a third, but that'd probably kill it more confusing. I think I'll just stick to doing two. Here's another one of these waste gates. So there's water flowing from the canal. Well, not flowing all that much. I'm just checking things out, but it can go. This mechanism can lower and close. You can let water out over here. Although I think it's closed. There isn't really any water coming out of this one, so it is not much. So this one's closed, which is probably why the canal is filled with water here. They're not letting it out. Most of the other ones we've seen, they've been letting the water out of these little waste gates. Right now, these out here look like wood ducks. They have more of that tufted head on the top, if that makes sense. Maybe not. Maybe they look like the other ones did. Alright. I think those look like wood ducks to me, though. Maybe because I'm a little bit closer to these? I don't know. Alright, so something big just took off down here. I'm not sure what it was. Just heard it. Maybe that was a great blue heron. I heard a croaking noise. I don't know. Whatever it was big. Enough to startle me. Alright. Yeah, I should mention too, we'll be heading into Easton, up here, the town of Easton. Not like right into town, but on the edge of it. Lock 24 is up here too. I think there's a dam at the Lehigh River. Yeah, because the Lehigh River joins up with the Delaware up here. There's a fish ladder up here. If you see that, I'll try to explain what that is. And also, as I'm looking ahead, there's not much shade up ahead. It's going to be a hot one today. But not terribly humid, so we'll take that. Nice view of the Delaware. A wall here. Let's take a look. Hop up here. Looks like it's stone down. It just has a concrete cap to it. Oh, there's a bird. Looks like a wood duck. Yeah, these purple flowers. This is what. Oh, I don't. Is this purple loosestrife too? I guess it is. Thought it was a little bit smaller than that, but beautiful. Yeah, that's New Jersey over there. Alright, let's hop back down here. Yeah, so back along the highway again. Getting close to the town, so more noises. More people too. Starting to pass a lot more people walking, jogging, biking. Not sure what that noise is, but I think up here's another stop gate. Similar to the one that right there at the park where we parked. There's also geese at this one too. You got some more of our geese friends down there. Yeah, this one's almost exactly the same as the other one at the Y Pit Tuck Park. Even has those two other little gates over there. You can see all the mechanisms up top for opening and lowering those gates. Right here's the stop gate itself. You see the one gate that would close. Stop traffic or water on the canal. Yeah, there's just almost no shade in this section. Well, I can see the railroad bridges up there. Let me show you. So we're almost, I can see the end. I think one of these is abandoned. Yeah, so up there is where we're heading. Let me zoom in on those bridges. That is where we're headed. That is Easton. I think you can kind of see the Lehigh River coming in on the left there, but so we're almost there. Almost at the end, folks. Maybe there's some shade up there. We'll need to find a place up there, somewhere to take a break. I see a beautiful stone arch tunnel right here. The question is, where does that go? Is that just a culvert? You know, does it end just under the bridge or under the road there, or does it keep going? Because to be honest, I don't really see a spot just over there where it comes out at, so where does that go? That might be a fun one to explore. Where does that go? Alright, have to keep that in mind. Yeah, so still just looking at that, but up in the distance, I see a brick tower. See that? So, but there was some kind of industrial complex there. Maybe like a furnace or something? I'm not sure, but I bet you that goes up towards that point somewhere. Anyway, let's check that out. Research that when I get home maybe a little bit. Closing in on the end, I can see those railroad bridges right up here. The end of the line coming up. Yeah, coming up on that bridge. We got some shade. And I think we have some turtles over there too. So I'll zoom in on those in a moment. But yeah, I think I see lock 24 just underneath there too. It all kind of comes to an end right up here. I think this is the abandoned bridge right here. But we have some turtles. We do have 2 turtles over here. First turtles of the day. Or the ones that we've seen. Hey guys. It's a hot day. But they're kind of in the shade there. Here's this abandoned one. Kind of all overgrown. Yes, there's looking back at the abandoned one. I think this one over here is still in use. But right, I think you see the gates for lock 24 right in there. Let me zoom in there, adjust things. Yeah, right there, that's lock 24. And there's another little, well, check out that little tunnel. Yeah, so cool. This is where it ends. There's lock 24. And another railroad bridge. I'm not sure which one of these are active or not, but there's 3 of them here. So we're gonna get a view up here, it looks like. You're thinking right here is lock 24 off to our side. This one here is not the lock. The lock is over there. It's just some kind of a water management culvert. And the cool tunnel down there. Yeah, there's an view of that tunnel. All right, let's get up top here. Oh, they do have a canal museum here. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is the Lehigh River coming in. There's a dam right here, and this is the Delaware River over here. But let's quick look over here at the lock. So right here's where we were looking earlier with the tunnels under here. The lock 24 is right here. Yeah, you can see the one set of gates up there, and the other set is over here. Cool. Yeah, just another water channel, helping to control water flow. Wow. Let's walk back over this way. Yeah, so the Lehigh Canal starts here, and the towpath trail for it is just right up there. Right there's the lock 24 again coming out. Yeah. Yeah, so once again, Delaware River. I think that's Route 22 going across there. Maybe. And then here's the Lehigh River. And this contraption down here is a fish ladder. I think that's what they call it. So because of the dam, the fish can't really travel from the Delaware to the Lehigh, but they can, I mean, this fish ladder goes out to the Delaware. They can pick it up this fish ladder. They can swim up through here and then thus get into the Lehigh River. Now let's see if we can find a spot out of the sun to take a break. Not seeing anything just yet. I did encounter one sketchy fella, just kind of under the bridge there. Kind of asked me, he was concerned that I was filming him, which I wasn't, but kind of an odd encounter. But we are in Easton. Not as bad as like a place like Philadelphia, but the sketchiness level of people does increase, respectfully. Alright, so we were just over there. But I'm pretty sure this is the start of the, they don't call it the Lehigh towpath, the Delaware and Lehigh or something. This is the start of that towpath. So when we do that series, or if we do that series, we'll start along here. Oh, here, this will work. Some shade. I'll sit here on the stones, I think. Just want some shade. Yeah, so not a bad spot for a break. The confluence of these two rivers. Yeah, that bridge right in front of us is not Route 22, but I see a bridge behind it that is Route 22. I see the heavy truck traffic going across it. Let me zoom in for you, maybe. So that more scenic bridge in the front is not 22, but if you look back to the bridge, there's a bridge behind it, that concrete one. Pretty sure that's Route 22. Taking you over to New Jersey. Which is right there, that's New Jersey. So we're just gonna relax here in the shade for a bit. And we'll start making our way back. It's not too far, like 2.4 miles to get back to where I parked, so not too bad. In the sun, but like I said, not a bad spot. Well, this bridge is active. Oh no, they're going over the other one. They're not going. I thought they were going over this one. They're going over the. So that middle one is active. There were 3 bridges right here. Oh man, I thought we were gonna get. I heard the train whistle. I thought we were gonna get the view of it going across here, but we have been denied. That's just a small train too. All right. Slight disappointment there. Yeah, so I've just been hanging out here for quite a while now. Not a bad spot. But yeah, this is the start of the towpath for the Lehigh Canal right here then too. Like I said earlier. Even now that I'm here, I'm thinking about the Lehigh Canal more. Who knows, maybe I will start that one before I do the CNO. Well, we'll see. I had both of them on my mind. But anyway, I'll probably take a break. Probably, maybe, we'll see. Take a break. Alright. Maybe this fall I'll pick it up, one of them. Alright, but we're gonna get going here a little bit. Can't stay in the shade here forever. I'll have to head back at some point. Yeah, so here's the Lehigh River once again. We were just taking a break up there. But one thing this dam does is it creates an area of slack water back here so that a canal boat can go over here and into Lock 24, which is right there, and then go down the Delaware Canal. Otherwise, it'd be very difficult. Oh, hey guys. All the geese just showed up here. So yeah. And then the Lehigh Canal would be right here. So they could get on the Lehigh Canal from there right onto the Delaware Canal. Yeah, so one of these days, maybe this fall, we'll start heading up this way along the Lehigh Canal. But like I said, we'll take a break. Maybe we'll start the CNO Canal first, we'll see. Alright, but farewell, Easton, Lehigh River. Start making our way back. Once again, there's Lock 24. Nice parking spot here too. Check out that beautiful heron down the water. He's thinking about flying off. There it is, the bridge back into the park where the Jeep is waiting for us. So that brings us to an end, folks. Not just to the end of this video, but it's the end of the line for the Delaware Canal. So it's been a fun one. Like I said, this canal was... I didn't really talk much about what I thought about this canal, but I liked this one. Except for the areas down near Philly, but... because this was nice because you could walk along the whole length of this state park. You could walk along the whole length of it. You don't have to worry about, you know, private property or getting permission like we did for the Union Canal. And definitely some variety on the trail too. Some really nice scenic, quiet sections and some noisier sections too. But yeah, that'll be it though, folks. Like I said, I still have several episodes to finish on the Susquehanna Tidewater Canal. But then I'll see you. Well, plenty of other stuff I'm doing on this channel too. But as far as canals go, once we're done with the Susquehanna Tidewater, like I said, we'll start the CNO Canal or maybe the Lehigh Canal. As always, thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll see you on the next one.